Welcome to the Festival
of Storytellers.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be on right now. It's been a couple of weeks of excitement, getting prepared, and I've done a lot of things in my life, but this has got to be close to the top.
Thank you, Reader's Magnet, and thank you, John, for putting this forth and taking the chance on us authors in presenting this out to the world.
I've enjoyed this immensely, Joanne.
Ellie, so have I. Thank you for who you are, and thank you, Reader's Magnet. You all are beautiful, and you've worked so very hard, and we are blessed.
We are.
I thank everybody that's involved with this process, because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers. We thank Reader's Magnet and everybody that's involved. I love Reader's Magnet. They say, we share your stories with the world.
Well, hello again. Yeah, I thought Thursday was my last one, but they found another slot for me today. So here I am again. I'm Luckisha Townsend, and my book is Your Wealth Lives Within: How to Use Your Most Powerful Wealth Building Tool to Secure Your Future. How is everybody today? It's nice here in Columbus, Ohio. The weather is really nice right now, so that means we're probably in for some rocky weather coming up, and it's really windy out, so hopefully there's not a storm coming. So today I went to a expo. I hadn't done one in a while. It was for caregivers, people who take care of family members, parents who take care of their kids, and then also just anybody who's a caregiver. Hello, good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you, Brian, too. So I thought I would read a little bit of a chapter and then answer your questions. So yes, please roll them in, okay? All right, so chapter 7 says, facing your money fears. When we have dove back into the past to see the mindset that you saw and adapted from your family history, and how the world has played a part in getting you caught up in debt, the debt train. Now that we have faced bad behaviors that we had in the past, now let's deal with the present. Hi, Angela. Hello. Thank you. You are in debt, and you don't have enough income to cover all that is going out. You are stressed out, and you are still spending like crazy because you can't seem to find a way out. You still have to live, right? No, not right. Yes, you still have to live, but you don't have to keep living the way you're living. You can decide to stop what you're doing currently and say to yourself, this is not working for me. We need to find another way of doing things. All right. This will require you to dig deep within yourself. It's going to take hard work and the tenacity of a gazelle when he is running from his hunter. You must act as if your life depends on it, because it does, and your future depends on it. You can look back and slow down, and you can't slow down. You can't let debt overtake you and put you back where you were. Also, don't be afraid to seek help. If you can get a fitness coach, you can get an accountability partner like a financial coach. Yep, you can do that. One difference, this is my favorite quote. Someone who bought the book said they loved this one. It says, one difference, the financial coach will help you find the money to pay for it. So, yes, so we will help you dig out that money to, pay for the coaching session, because that's what we're, going to do. We're going to find out, how much how much your income is, how much your debt is, and then, subtract the two and see, and then we're going to find what stuff you can cut out, because we all have stuff we can cut out. So yes, so that's what we do when you sit down with a session with me. The first session is basically about this. We want to find out how serious you are, okay? Because remember, this is your time and my time. So if you're not going to put in the work, then it's going to be pointless, for us to work together. Okay. All right. Jory 1986 says, good to see you today. I thought Thursday was going to be, yeah, I did too. But I got a call and said that they had an open session for Saturday. And I said, okay, I'll take it. So that's what happened. So that's why I am here. All right. Okay. Now it says money management is a lifestyle. Okay. Just like, working out, eating right is a life. You have to make it a lifestyle. Okay. You can't have it, a once off occurrence, and then because if you don't, create a habit, then you're going to fall back into the old habits, it's said that it takes, a person like 21 times of doing something before it becomes a habit. So you got to, keep doing it and keep doing it. So that way now you have gotten rid of the bad habit and now you've recreated a new habit. All right. Okay. If you want to have financial wealth, you have to get serious about it. The earlier the better. Yes. So that's why, I want to, definitely want to target, young teen, young adults, in their early 20s who like getting ready to go into college, who are, get ready to start their first job. Those people I definitely want to target, because if you start building wealth, taking control of your finances at that age, by the time you get, my age and older, you've been and secured your future. And then you'll be able to retire when you want to, because see, retirement is, it isn't an age anymore. It's a number, it's, now, for Social Security, I think it's, 67. And I think at one point they were trying to raise it up to 70 because more, people are living longer. And so, money isn't lasting as long as, it doesn't go as far. We see how the prices of food have went up, gas, everything is going up. So yeah, so sometimes, you have to reevaluate and see, is it a good time to retire? But see, if you work on it and you get your money in position now, then you won't have to worry about it. All right, so I'm going to go on. It says realizing that you need help is the first step in getting yourself out of debt. Yeah, it's just like with anything, realizing that you need help and finding within yourself how to build wealth that is within you. You can get control. Now, the most important thing is you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to get out. You have to stop trying to live like everyone else. And if that means you have to go down to the bare minimums to do that, then that's what you need to do. That is so true. If you have to cut off everything, except for your essentials to maintain those four walls, that's what you have to do. You got to be willing to do it. If you're saying, no, I can't do that, then you can't do it. You have what you say. That's biblical. Power in life and death is in your tongue. So if you keep saying that you can't, you won't be able to. So you got to change it and say, yes, I can. I am not going to try and pronounce this. All right. So thank you for your question. It says, when is the best time to retire? Is when you have enough money that you need to retire. All right. So basically, what you want to do is take your income and and divide it by like say next 10 to 20 years and see how much that is, and see if that will be the number that you would probably need. I have access to like what it's called a retirement calculator. And so I, if you, reach out to me and we work together, I'll give you that link. And what you'll do is you'll put that information in, and it will actually let you know, if you want to be like, having, like $3,000, $4,000 a month from whether it's, Social Security or your retirement from work. That's how much you're going to have in those accounts to be able to maintain. And remember, you possibly, might live, longer. So you got to take those things into consideration. Okay. All right. And so, these chapters are really, short, and that's what I wanted it, because I didn't want people to be like, oh gosh, keep reading and feeling overwhelmed about all the information. But I wanted to, just, hit you, with the basics, like, okay, this is, this is what you got to do, and you can do it. Those, take those baby steps. Start with the $1,000 emergency fund. You want to have that, so emergency will only be an inconvenience, because most people don't even have $400 in the savings account right now. Okay. So you want to work as hard as you can. And this is the most, it's the easy and it's the hardest, because depending on where you are, if you sew upside down, it may take you a while to do this, unless you can, like, okay, I'm selling everything I can and the kitchen sink to get to that, that $1,000. And then, once you get started and you see this, what you can accomplish, then that motivates you to keep moving on. So that's why when you're paying off your debt, you do the snowball. You want to start with the smallest debt first. And then you see, like a snowball. When you're making a snowball, it starts out small and then gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so that's how you want to pay off your debt. So get rid of the small one, and then lump that over what you paid for, to pay off the small one, and you just keep going up and up and up until you get to that final debt and you're out of debt. And this is all debt that isn't mortgage related. Hi, Angie. No regrets come first. We almost gotta make good choices for the long run. Yes, that is so true, Angie. Yes, you gotta make good choices for the long run, because remember, today's pleasure is, can mess up to tomorrow's, stability. So as long as you are in debt now, that you are robbing from your future. A lot of people, like, oh, I pay off, stuff every month or whatever, but you're just maintaining. You want to be above maintaining. It's just like you're, out there in the ocean, and you're maintaining because your head is above water, but it's right at your neck. So one wrong thing, could take you under. So yeah, you want to be more than just maintaining. You want to get to a place where you're secure, and when you go to buy something, that's, once you have money in your savings account, that now it's like, now you're thinking like, I don't want to lose that. So I want to, when I go out and buy something, I want to negotiate, and like, no, I don't want to pay for that right now. I'm gonna wait and see if it goes on sale. See, you're more apt to do that when you know that, okay, you have worked hard to build up this, this savings account, and so now you don't want to lose it. All right. Okay, Michael. I like him. He's been coming back. I appreciate you. You've been on mostly all my lives. I appreciate that. Can you share the retirement calculator to the public? I don't know how to pull it up where you can see it. And if you've known, I've been my lives have had issues, so I ain't trying to mess up nothing right now, Mike. So, but if you want to reach out to me at my email, which is ttp@ttpcoachingservices.com, I will give you the link. And I don't know if you can see it if I put it in the chat anyway. So yeah, I think you will have to email me to get it. But yeah, there's a retirement calculator. There's an insurance calculator, because you need to be checking on all those insurance policies, life, health insurance, your mortgage insurance. You need to be every year looking at that, making sure that it's still covering everything you needed to cover. Okay. Because like, my car is over 13 or 14 years old now. And I looked up to see how much it's worth. And I'm like, I probably need to, take off comprehension, because so if it got total, I mean, I'm not going to get all that much for it. So I want to probably put more coverage on the liability side and take off the comprehensive, because because now it's that's a point where I'm not going to get a whole lot for it because I've had it so long. Okay, Brian said, when you say wealth building tool, is this the same approach for everyone or specific? No, this for everyone, because what I mean by wealth building tool is your income. Your income is your wealth building tool, because that's that's what you have, that's what you're working hard for. You going to a job and making everybody, the company rich. Well, now see, this is where you need, you take your income and you leverage it to get to where you need to be, and that's where managing it, creating a budget, staying out of debt, investing at least 15%, if you can do more, once you've got your 3 to 6 months, or you may even want to have more than 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, especially nowadays. And so once you've established that, then you can start really investing into those mutual funds and all those other things that is out there for you to help build your portfolio. And you want to make sure you diversify. So you want to definitely find a good financial advisor. I'm not that. I'm just a coach. So that's a different type of relationship that you would have, and they're the ones who would tell you about all those different funds that that are out there that you can put money in. You can be aggressive, you could be moderately aggressive, or you could be safe with it. If you usually what happens is, like, if you're young, like I'm saying, like in your 20s, you can be a little aggressive because you still got some time, excuse me, for because things fluctuate, stock market goes up and down, and so the key is to to ride it out. And then of course, the longer you're in there, the more money you can make. So that, I hope that answered your question, Brian. All right, so let's see, where was I at? Then you can, yeah. Wouldn't it be wonderful to be debt free and have enough money to cover your household expenses for 3 to 6 months and even longer? In this chapter, in the next chapter, let's talk more about how you can accomplish this and how you can use your most powerful wealth building to your income to build wealth. All right, so that was chapter 7. All right, Mark says, speaking of sale, Thanksgiving and Black Sunday sales is in a few weeks. Yes, they are. And this is where people get caught up. This is where this is where budgets are blown. This is where debt is increased. These particular sales, are they're there to get you to spend money. Of course, I mean, that's why they have sales. And what happens is that most people don't realize they've marked them up, and so they call it a sale, but it really is not. So you want, and so you want to, when when it comes to Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Christmas, and buying gifts and stuff like that, you have to, it's hard because you love your family and stuff like that. You love your kids, but wouldn't it be better to give them stability than a gift that maybe they get some use out of it, or whatever it is, for a few years or whatever, to set if it's your kid, be able to set up a fund for them, when they get older, and you're not there anymore, they have some money in an investment or whatever. Wouldn't it be better to give them that than something that it's just for a momentary thing? So that's how you have to think about it. And that's why you should talk to your kids about finances, so that way they understand, and if you can give them allowance. And it has never failed when a child has their own money and they have to spend it, they think about it. you know. And so, as long as they think, oh, mom or dad can take care of it, oh, they want to spend because it's your money. But when it's their money, they kind of think about it. You know what? And that's what we need to do. We need to think about it before we spend, all this money, charging on credit cards and stuff like that. And then, like when I was taking my coaching course, talked about how you go on vacation, and you bring your vacation home with you because you can put it on the credit card, and now you got to take however many months to pay it off. So that vacation stayed with you, and now after you went out and enjoy it, and now it's kind of like a burden now. And so that's what you don't want. You don't want to have to every time you go on vacation or go somewhere or buy something, it becomes a burden. All right. Mark says they call it a sale, but more money comes out of you. Yes, Mark. Yes, that's the whole. Yeah, that's the whole scheme. Is the they tell you like to buy one get one free. Um, or or whatever, same day as cash, 90 days as cash, all of that. Those are all marketing tools to get you to get your money out your pocket. It says, okay, Mike says, what's your best advice to everyone to fight the current inflation? All right, my best advice is to set up a budget. Make sure that you have a budget down pat, to it's and it should be a zero budget, meaning not that you're spending all your money to where it's to zero, but where every dollar is going. All right, so that way how to where you need to cut, where where you can save, and that way and then also do cash, or do use your debit card. I mean, I don't like to use my debit card because I had a situation before, so I don't really like to use my debit card, but I like to go in cash. So when you go in cash, you feel it leave your hand. You're gonna be more mindful of what you're spending, and and then you're going to think about, okay, what's more important right now? Okay, I have $100 and you're going to buy groceries. What is the most important things that you need to have in the house that's going to be able to last a few days, couple weeks? And that's when you have the money in your hand and it's leaving, and you got to take a calculator and stuff, and make sure that you don't overspend, and where you have to pull out your credit card. That's my best advice, is that because things are expensive now. So yeah, you have to think about what you're spending and what you're spending it on. Okay. All right. Bonita Barbie, what do you think of the recession that's going on today? What do I think about it? Well, actually, it's biblical. What's going on is it talked about it in the Bible, and it's not going to get any better. So that's why we have to prepare. I don't know if you know about Joseph in the Bible, when he was in jail and the Pharaoh had his dream, and he was the only one that could interpret it. And Pharaoh's dream was basically that God was telling him there's going to be 7 years of plenty, and then 7 years of lack was going to come. And so Joseph was able to tell him, in these 7 years, you need to store up. You need to store up, because they were going to be the country that everybody else was going to be coming to looking for supplies. And so that's why he put Joseph over, because Joseph stored up, and they were able to maintain their country and other countries. Even his family, which he had talked about. They thought he was crazy, but God brought it to pass. So that's why you got to store up. Go to stores that you normally don't go. Maybe not like to go to, like Aldi's and stuff like that. And get it for less. But that's what you need to do. We can't continue to spend like we used to, because the money isn't going as far as it used to. So you have to take that in consideration. Okay, Brad, is it correct that credit cards are better to use rather than cash? No. You know why? I mean, I don't have any problems with credit card if you have, you have good manage over your money. The reason why is because when you use a credit card, you don't think nothing about it. That's why now, you have online shopping, different ways to pay without cash. And because of that, you don't see it gone, and then you get to spend it, and then until the bill comes, you're like, oh my God, I spent this money. Now how am I gonna, how am I gonna pay this bill? So that's why I don't think it's better than using cash. Okay, Clyde said, really interesting in reading your book since you've been a financial advisor for so long. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I just got certified this year, but I've been advising people for years, and so this year is when I decided I become certified, um, and make it official, because a lot of people they like advice, but then when they have to pay for it, then that's another thing, because you people have to realize you have to be willing to invest in yourself, and educating yourself on finances is the most important thing you should do. Daisy said, does our partner influence does our partner, yeah. Yeah, and that's why when it comes to coaching, I would not coach a couple, if it's a married couple, or even if y'all together and living together, because if you don't have the support, or if y'all not working together, that's like house divided cannot stand. So you would have to try and get that person on board, because money is one of the main reason why people are have strife in their marriages, relationship, reason why they break up, and it's the one of the most things that causes stress. A lot of people can go to bed at night stressed out because of money. So that's why it's important to like just realize, okay, you got a problem, but you can do something about it. You can really do something about it. So that that's what I would say. Like say, hey, can we get on the same page about this? One person might be a spender, one person might be a saver. If somebody's good at the budget, let them be good at that. Let them handle the budget, but you need to show up. Have a budget meeting, but both of you need to show up with ideas, because you know if you work together, you can get out of any situation. The Bible says two are better than one. So if y'all can get on the same page, that will be the biggest accomplishment that you can make, and start out as, and you'll see how things will change. All right, Melissa saying volunteering is tough. Really cool that for you to give your service to people out there. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I mean, it's important because people need it. I mean, especially in this time. We're seeing, like, I went to the pump. It was $3.89 here. Gas. I went got some eggs. Eggs is like $4, and bacon is like $7. That's crazy. That is crazy. And so so you have to be wise with your money. You got to figure out what's important. You know, um, I'm like, what's one of my favorite things I like. Um, I like a lot of favorite things, but I like potato chips. So I'm like, I might not be able to get those potato chips, because see, I need some eggs, and I need some milk, and then some oatmeal, like, to get me through the week. It's a time of you got to think more wise. You just can't just go like, oh, I'm tired, and we all get tired. So that's why we eat out, and then you can't trust eating out now. I just went to one of my IHOP, like me and my girlfriend like to go there, and there was hair in the food. Oh, okay. Let me answer Steve's question. Will you be making more books in the future? If yes, what genre? I'm not sure yet. Yeah, that is definitely a possibility. I have been asked, are you going to do a follow up to this book? And I'm definitely, thinking about it. So it would probably maybe be this genre, or it might be in health, because I'm a holistic health practitioner as well. So it could be related to health, which it all falls in line. Having a healthy body, having a healthy mind, having healthy finances. Those all it all makes a rounded out person. So yeah, that's probably what it is. Okay. JB said, Lakeisha, do you think investing in real estate is still a wise decision despite the current crisis? Um, yeah, I think you need to do the research, because that's still that is still another way to um, create wealth. And and it's good. You should own. You should own property, and so yeah. But just make wise decisions. Make sure that you know the location. Know the school district. See how the school district is going. See if they put money into the schools and stuff like that when you're deciding to buy real estate. Then the other one question says, where do you think we should invest more? Do you think about what do you think about Bitcoin and buying gold? I gold. I think is something that is it's I think it's pretty stable. I mean, but like I said, I'm not an investment broker or advisor. Bitcoin, I know that it's out there and it's getting more popular. But I would try to invest in the other things first. Your mutual funds and stuff like that first. Get that established. Then once you got that established, then if you want to invest in Bitcoin and all that other stuff, then do that. But get your the known stuff set up first, and then if you have some money left over to invest in like Bitcoin and stuff like that, then I would do that. I hope that was helpful. Well, it is 30 minutes already, y'all. Time flies when you are having fun. Well, I want to say thank you, Readers Magnet, and to the Festival of Storytellers. This was my first year. This was awesome. I met some great people, when I did Roundtable, and I've had some great stage people, and it has been awesome. So I hope that you buy the book. It's on Amazon. Your Wealth Lives Within. And I hope it blesses your life, because, God said that he wanted us to be prosperous and be in good health, even as our soul prosper. And he wants us to, manage our money. It's all in the Bible. Managing your money is important. It means that you're a good steward. He can trust you. When he can trust you, that's when he gives you more. And then when you also are a giver and you give out, he gives you more. He said it's better to give than to receive. And if you don't have your hands, if you have your hands closed, you can't receive. So you always want to have your hands open, and you want to always give thanks and thank him for all that he has done for you. All right, till next year, y'all.